Good morning, everyone. So, welcome back to your biology practical class. And in my last class, I have discussed about the mitosis, that is, prepare a temporary mount of root tip to study the mitosis, right? So, today I will discuss another practical, that is, collect and study soil. Sorry, not that one. Collect water from two different water bodies around you and study them for pH, clarity, and presence of any living organism. Okay, so what you have to do, that means we will provide you two water sample. You have to find out their pH and you have to find out that if there any microorganism is present or not. Clear? So for that, from these you can understand that what will be the aim of the practical. Okay, that means already I have mentioned the aim. That means we will check the pH and the different organisms that can be found in the air. Now you can write it in a single experiment, or you can separate it into two. Like for one, you can write down like that: collect water from different water bodies around you and study them for pH. One you can make for pH and another you can make for the presence of, to check the presence of any living organism. Okay, it is your choice. So I think it will be better if you split it into two. Okay, so first let me tell you about the pH part, that for determining the pH in a water sample, what materials we will need, materials will be required. So what are the requirements? First, as the name of the practical suggests, that water samples, so we have to collect two different water samples. Okay, and from the two different sites, like such as pond water, tap water, tube well water, river water. Okay, so you have to collect these two types of water sample, and after that we need test tubes and pH paper. Okay, so next is the procedure for the pH part. So you have to write down the procedure point wise. So in the first point, what you will write, that you have to take some water sample in the test tube. If I have provided you two water samples, you have to take two test tubes, and inside the test tube you have to take small amount of water, right? Water samples. Now you have to dip with the help of the forceps, you have to dip a pH paper into the test tube, and you will be able to find out that the color changes in the pH paper. And as you know, the what is the meaning of the different colors in the pH paper, because it is already mentioned in the pH strip, so you have to check it from the so you know that this is a indicator. Okay, so the pH, a piece of narrow pH paper will be used, which will indicate a broad range pH paper, because from the pH paper we will not be able to find out the appropriate pH. We can find it like it may be 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, like that. Okay, so it is a broad range pH papers. Okay, so you have to dip the pH paper separately into the water sample. Whenever you are dipping it, you have to just follow it. Let me show you one thing. Just imagine that I have taken a water sample, and I have taken some pH paper. So what you have to do, you have to take a small part of pH paper with the forceps, and after that what you have to do, you can take the sample in the test tube or in the beaker, but whenever you are inserting it, don't forget that if the forceps touches the water, and after that for the second water sample, if you are using the same forceps, then will you get the appropriate result? No, because you are contaminating it. So if you are contaminating the forceps, then what you have to do? You have to wash it again and then you have to use it for the different water sample. Okay, so it will be better if you hold the pH paper properly so that it will not the forceps will not touch the water. Okay, so you after checking the pH with the help of that pH paper, you have to keep it aside, and after that you have to take another fresh pH paper and you have to perform the practical for the second one. Okay, so next I have discussed about the aim and procedure and materials required, and after that what you have to write, you have to record the pH of the different water sample in the observation table. So you have to make a observation table. In the left side you have to write down the different water sample, that means river or pond, and on the right side you have to write down the pH. Okay, and after that you have to write down the precaution, like what type of precautions we should take whenever we are performing this practical. Already I have mentioned one, that you have to take a clean and dry test tube and dry the pH paper before comparing the colors with the color scale, and match the color carefully so that you can determine the pH accurately. Okay, so as you can see, you can't come to the school and you can perform it by your own. So I will provide you 2 water sample, that means I will help you to write down the observation table. So what you will write, I will tell it at the end of the class. Okay, and the next one is that the practical, that is for the presence of any living organism. So for the next one you have to write down the objectives or aim, and after that requirements, and after that you have to write down the procedure and the same process. Okay, so for objective or aim is that to study the different samples for the presence of living organism, right? So this is the heading of the next practical. And what are the requirements? First requirement is water. Okay, 2 different water samples, same for the like the previous one, that means like pond water, river water, tap water. And you have to take a microscope, glass slides, dropper, methylene blue, spirit lamp. These are the main requirements for this practical. Now procedure. How will you perform it? So you have to take a clean slide and you have to put some few drops of water sample separately from different water samples. Okay, if you are making 2 different samples, so if you are making it, so you have to take a clean slide and you have to slide and methylene blue and forceps. Okay, so you have to take a clean slide and put a few drops of water separately. Dropper. Okay, so I will show you how you have to perform this practical. So first, just a minute, let me take the materials which are required. Okay, let me tell you first, then I will show you. So first you have to take a clean slide and after that you have to put a few drops of water sample on it. Okay, if you are making 2 different water samples, then you have to take 2 slides and you have to put the water sample with 2 different droppers separately. Okay, and you have to spread the drops to make a thin film of water on the slide. Okay, and after that you have to allow it dry and pass the lower side of the slide on the flame or the spirit lamp 2 to 3 times to fix the living organism present in water on the slide. Okay, so you have to fix the living organism which are present on the slide. Now you have to add few drops of methylene blue on the slide, and you have to leave the slide for 2 minutes, and you have to wash the slide, and after that you have to observe it under the microscope. Okay. So in the observation, what you will find are different type of microorganisms like bacteria, protozoa, diatom, some plant, algae, cyanobacteria. These different types of organisms can be present in the water sample. Okay. So you have to draw some of the examples. Okay, so at the day of your examination, whatever you will see in the slide, you have to draw just for the particular one. Okay, no need to draw all the name of the bacteria like algae, fungi, no need. Okay, whatever you will see in the slide, you have to draw it, and you have to write it down that in the conclusion that presence of large, and if you find many organisms, you can draw some of the examples, and in the conclusion you have to write that presence of large number of microorganisms will indicate the what is the amount of organic matter that can be present in the water. Okay, so first let me show you the pH part. So look, I have taken a pond water. Everyone, can you see it properly? Please let me know. So in the test tube, I have taken one sample, that is pond water. And first I will show you using the distilled water and what will be the color in case of distilled water. Okay. And after that I will show you two different samples. First distilled water. So this one is the distilled water. Okay. Look, I am using the pH paper. I have taken some part of pH paper. Look. So you can see it. Now can you see it? Okay, let me check. Just a minute. Okay, let me check. Fix the camera first. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so after dipping the pH, now can you see? So after dipping it in the distilled water, you can see the changes in the color in the pH paper. Okay. So next I will show you the pH of the two different water sample, that is tap water. First, so this is the tap water. I have taken the tap water and I will show you the changes in the pH paper. So this is the pH paper. I am dipping it into that. So this type of changes we can see. Okay, let me show you. So can you tell me in which range it will come? So it will come under the pH 6 to 7. Okay, so it will come under the pH 6 to 7. So everyone write it down in the observation table. So for the tap water, pH range is into the 6 to 7. Now next I will show you another water sample. Pond. So this one is the sample, that is the pond water. I will dip this pH paper into this pond water. Okay, the color changes, again the color changes into the pH 6 to 7. Okay, and it is near about 7. Okay, so you have to write down the pH of these two sample. Okay, so I think you can write it down in the observation table. And next I will show you the another practical, the presence of microorganisms. So we have to take. So first you can see that ma'am will show you. First slide you have to take. So this is the slide. Now on the slide we will take few drops of water sample like that. Another slide. Then we have to make a thin film. Okay. So I have taken few drops of water on the slide. Then I will make a thin film of it. Like that. Check. Ma'am is doing. You have to make a thin film like that. Okay. So after making it, you have to dry it. With the help of the forceps, you have to hold it on the spirit lamp and you have to do it like this way. Okay. So now I am not keeping it on. How you have to do it? I am showing you that you have to hold the slide like this and you have to warm it on the spirit lamp like this. Okay. And then what will happen? It will dry. Okay, so I have kept a dried form of slide. So I have kept a dried form of slide, and then after that we will add this one. And please add. Okay, just wait. After that we will add a few drop of methylene blue on the dried slide. Okay, check. You can see like this. You have to take the help of the dropper and you have to add few drops of methylene blue and you have to leave it for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes what you have to do, you have to wash the slide. Okay, so ma'am will show you how to wash. Look. Okay. So under the tap water you have to wash the slide very carefully. The stain will be taken. Okay. So now you can see the slide. So now this type of color you will be able to find it out, and after that what you have to do, you have to keep the slide under the microscope and you have to observe the microorganism. Okay. Okay. So this type of. Okay, now you can see, as you know, that this is the microorganism, so you can be able to see it through your naked eye, so you have to observe the slide under the microscope. Okay, so what is the procedure? I am repeating that you have to take a slide, after that you have to add few drops of water sample, then with the help of the another slide you have to make a film, and after that you have to hold the back portion of the slide on the spirit lamp to make it dry, and after that you have to add few drops of methylene blue, and after 2 minutes you have to wash it in the tap water, and after that you have to dry it in the air, and after that you have to check it which type of microorganisms are present in the under the microscope. Okay, so this is all about the 2 practicals already we have performed, and in the book you will be able to find the diagrams of different bacteria. You can draw the different bacteria, but no need of writing the last portion, drawing the last portion. Okay, they have shown many types. You can give some common examples which can be found in the water sample. Okay, so this is all about the pH and the presence of different microorganism in the water sample. Okay, clear everyone? Now can you do it and on the day of your examination? Any doubt? Okay. Very good. Now if you face any problem, you can ask me in my next class. Okay, if you aims, that means aim will be the heading of the practical. Okay, Ritusri, just whatever is written on the your syllabus, that will be the aim of the practical. So I will suggest you can separate them, like for pH one and for the micro living organism another one. Okay, you will get it in the book also. Okay, so everyone fill the observation table and write down in your practical copy. Okay, and complete your project copy. I will give you a date very soon. You have to submit the project copy. Okay, and parallelly you have to complete the practical one. Okay, so for today that's it. Thank you and bye bye everyone.